Hello and welcome to a Math Minute. The topic for this video is how to add or subtract fractions. Now, when you add or subtract fractions, they must have a common denominator in order to add or subtract the fractions. So when you look at the example that I have provided here, we've got 5 6 plus 1 ninths. The denominators are 6 and 9, and those numbers are different. And so we cannot add these fractions together yet because of the difference in those numbers. So the first thing we have to do is we need to make those denominators the same. And I'm going to show you two different ways to do this as quick as I can in this Math Minute. First way I'm going to show you is with a LCD, which is a least common denominator. And so in order to find the least common denominator, I need to be able to find multiples of the denominators. So 6 has multiples of 6, 12, 18, 24, etc. 9 has multiples of 9, 18, 27, etc. And what I'm looking for is the smallest number that is the same or common. So I'm looking for that least common multiple, which is going to become my least common denominator. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite these fractions. So instead of being over 6, it's going to be over 18. And instead of being over 9, it's going to be over 18. Now what you have to ask yourself is, how do you get to 18? Well, 6 up here, 18 is the first, second, third multiple of 6. So I need to multiply 6 times 3 to get 18. And anything I do to the bottom of the fraction, I also have to do to the top of the fraction. So the top of the fraction, the numerator, now is 15. And if we look at the denominator of the second fraction, 18 there, that is the second multiple of 9. So I'm multiplying times 2, and I'm going to do that to the top of the fraction as well. So that becomes 2 over 18. Now that the denominators are common, we can add the numerators together. So 15 plus 2 is 17, and we have our common denominator, 18. Okay, so there's the least common denominator technique for combining fractions. The other technique I'm going to show you is just a common denominator. And with the common denominator, all you're going to do is find the product of your denominators. The product of 6 and 9 is 54. So what you're going to do is you're going to change these two fractions over 54. Well, because we've just multiplied them together, obviously the first fraction multiplied by 9. So 9 times 5 makes 45. Second fraction multiplied by 6. So 1 times 6 is 6. Now we're going to add these together. 45 plus 6 is 51. That's over 54. Now, what's going to happen if you don't find a least common denominator is generally you're going to have to reduce the fraction. So these two numbers can both be divided by 3. 51 divided by 3 is 17. 54 divided by 3 is 18. And you can see we got to the same answer with a little bit more work because we had to do that reducing. That's all for this Math Minute. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have any questions or suggestions for a future Math Minute, please feel free to drop it in the comments section below. Thank you very much for watching.